Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me and happy registered dietitian nutritionist day. Today, the 11th of March, is the registered nutritionist dietitian day, or I reversed it backwards. So, anyways, problem is solved. I mean, I spoke about American health experts and said they don't know anything about nutrition and that they should, and it's an important part of healing the most prominent diseases of the Western civilization, as we know it, the developed world civilization, developed world, which is the metabolic syndrome. Metabolism is very important. So nutritionists, they are the experts. I mean, it's not like we don't know anything about it. We just, you know, we give it to the experts to deal with. So that's a problem. First of all, the American way is way too anal about dividing, dividing the experts. Like there is an expert for everything, and I don't touch his expertise, he don't touch mine. So it's like why? But that's just I'm an outsider sees every flaw. But uh, I have a little popular science book called Plato instead of Prozac, and it doesn't say that Prozac is redundant. And I take my pills, I take my psychiatric pills. I take it very seriously, and I should, I have to, and everyone else should take it very seriously if there is a mental illness or anything, to treat it with the professionals, experts, and not lay to Plato and say, no, it's all right, I learned Plato. It's not what it means, okay? But Plato is important, okay? It's not just Prozac. And same should go, that's a thing I didn't read in a popular science. I don't know. Same should go for an expert in regular medicine, in regular quote medicine, because it's not regular, it's medicine. Medicine should be based on Galenus, okay, on Maimonides, not in what they said practically to do, to eat dates or whatever. In the heart of the medicine expertise. Now I know doctors don't have time for it, and they don't have mindset for it. They're like, whatever, come on. No one will listen if we quote Galenus and say, let your medicine, your let your food be thy medicine and your medicine be thy food. Um, it's not, you know, like we all wish to be in utopia where you can quote Galenus to a patient who is suffering and in pain and says, come on, doctor, heal my pain. So Galenus once said, let thy medicine be thy food. And I, fuck you, doctor. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. That's how it is in the regular world, okay? And I live in utopia. So I don't live in utopia, and doctors here either don't have the time and resources to quote Galenus to a patient, but that's what should be in the real world, in the developed world. In the developed world, what people should earn from medicine is, uh, besides the treatment, is the moral backbone. The moral backbone that is so, I mean, that is so despised by doctors today. That is so like, I don't pass moral judgment. You take your pills and you'll be all right, or not. But I don't pass moral judgment. That's the, like, the hands up. I mean, no moral judgment here. We are more moral judgment free zone, and it shouldn't be like this. I believe moral judgment should be. I mean, it's hard. Not everyone will accept such a reality. So give fools, let fools be fools. But so I don't know. It's a very difficult. So eventually, I'm saying nothing practically, because fools are everywhere. Um, so eventually, I'm saying nothing practically, but I think I'm saying something. Plato instead of Galenus, or Plato instead of um, you know Hartman. Um, it's helpful. I mean, it's not exactly instead of. Okay, I take my meds very seriously, and I recommend to do so. But there should also be eventually AI would be responsible for all the technicalities of the medicine world, like everything else, of the medical world, like everything else. So doctors will have more time to deal with the moral aspects of medicine, and that's what we should prepare ourselves to, and that's the real issue that AI will never be able to solve. Okay, giving people moral backbone to their medical treatment and saying you should really take down on the high fat, high sugar substances, for instance, or other addictive behaviors. You should really have some humility about what you eat and what you digest. That's first. I know from the back of my sleeve. I don't follow my own advice here, but maybe I should. But having a moral backbone is the ABC of the future medical treatment. That's what I believe in, and that's what I think we should all expect. I don't see the future, but I think that's the future. I really believe that is the future. Where moral backbone is the most important aspect of any profession, and we are discussing the medical professions of medicine. Yes, having a moral backbone and giving moral backbone to the technicalities that eventually technical advice will be given by AI in the future. That's what I believe in. I don't know, disagree with me, agree with me, like, comment, and share. Thank you all for listening, and have a nice day.